Alrighty guys, welcome back to some more Trails Beyond the Horizon. Last episode we got to finish up exploring Edith, meeting all of our side characters, and finally got access to head to the Blacklight District in order to wind down the afternoon. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out and help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. We're actually starting here on the title screen because I just wanted to show this off. As you get new characters and who you change playing as, you're going to get access to new title screens. This was the same back in Trails in the Sky first chapter when we covered that on the channel as well. However, I realized I never actually showed that off. So as your characters are changing, so too does your title screen. So for example, whenever we didn't have Elaine or Judith with us, it only showed everybody else, and it was a little bit of a different title screen. Now that both Elaine and Judith have joined us, though, the title screen has changed once again. As we get characters, they'll join us. I mean, you can see Agnes is here, too, even though she's not technically in our party. When we go to Reen, and we're playing on Reen's story, the title screen will change, so I won't show off all of them, but I did just want to show off. This is just a nice little quality of life thing that I don't actually know if all Trails have done, but I think it's a somewhat newer edition. Probably in the Daybreak series they started doing that, but I do very much enjoy it and wanted to show it off. So, with all that done, let's go ahead and hop in. So, as I mentioned, we have finished up everything else up to this point, and all we have left to do is head to the Blacklight District. We'll go ahead and head on over there. Now, the Blacklight District is both one of my favorites and one of my least favorite areas in the game. Also, you can see, just per usual, they'll warn you that once you come here, make sure you have everything completed. The reason it's one of my favorites and least favorites, because I really like the aesthetic. I like some of the stuff that happens here. I think there's some of the coolest story events in Edith take place here. However, especially in Daybreak 1, I could get lost very easily in here. It's a lot of side pathways and different layers, I think more than anywhere else in the city. There's also just a big fighting arena that I wish was like flushed out a little bit more. I wish we could actually fight there, but unfortunately not able to. We contacted our reserve member and we met up at Tyrell Times, and then went to the underground passage leading to the Blacklight District. Well, not yet, we haven't.
Good afternoon. It is 3 p.m. here in Edith, and we have breaking news to report. Regarding Project Startaker's second successful launch yesterday, we have just confirmed that the test module has re-entered the atmosphere and has landed in the ocean south of Calvert. This test module simulates the conditions necessary to keep astronauts protected from the vacuum of space. With the module recovered and safety checks performed, the Aerospace Force has announced a date for their third official launch, which will take place 3 days from now, on July 12th at 1 p.m. This promises to be a watershed moment for mankind, as Amelia Haring will become the first human in history to travel into space. I want to
take a second. That means we are likely just now getting a timeline. This game will take place over 3 days. And on top of that, if you remember from earlier in this act, I believe that is also her birthday, Agnes's birthday. So we essentially have till Agnes's birthday to solve this.
Are they for real?
Or whatever's going on. We don't really know if there's anything bad here. We're just assuming there is. Wow. Hermes is going to space in just 3 days? Does no one else think this is too much, too fast? Talk about cranking things up to a new height. It was Yang and Essie who designed that test module, as I recall. Adiabatic pressure during atmospheric re-entry is said to cause shockingly high temperatures, yet they cleared that issue without a hitch. Such was a foregone accomplishment for them and the artisans of Basel. As inspirational as this is, though, it's happening a lot faster than you'd expect. Yeah, and by how thorough the setup's been. I'm willing to bet that bastard Renee's got his fingerprints all over this too, right in between Graham hearts. Likely so. His work with the presidential office seems to keep him busier than ever lately. Developments will doubtless unfold, but more quickly. We may have need to keep sharper than usual. Right. Though in our own spriggany sniff through the mud kind of way. Oh, I just realized something. Isn't July 12th Agnes's birthday? Huh? Now that you mention it, yeah. With so much else going on at the same time, it's shaping up to be an eventful one. I hadn't even known. She'll be turning 17, correct? Yes, we've been planning a party of sorts on the sly. Oh, that's it. Okay. You're just going to end it with, yeah, we've been planning a party. Afterward, the group arrived at their destination via a convoluted route beneath the Tyrell district. This is the Blacklight district, an underground district that supposedly the entrance changes like every month or something. Yep, this place hasn't changed a single bit. It's not the Blacklight district if it isn't shady as all get out. Even still, it pays to come here every once in a while, with how useful the information often is. There's no bulletin board here, so let's just focus on talking with the usual suspects. I know I've beaten this into y'all at this point, but try not to let even the smallest clue pass you by. Understood. We'll remain vigilant as always. So, here we go. We get to explore a little bit in the Blacklight district. Right over here to our left is our first shard we can pick up. Then we have a bunch of merchants around here to buy stuff from. We have a cardamom cookies we can get, as well as an essence of myrrh.
I'll be here. I still can't believe.
And then we're going to go ahead and grab this shop. Buy items. You can buy the Saint earrings, which we will be picking up. We're just going to hold off and not give that to anybody right now. And then we could trade, but again, don't really have a reason to. We can buy rare items as well, but this is basically the same thing. It is just the bargain bin stuff. Then, we're going to go ahead and come to the left here. We're not going to talk to any of these people unless it automatically... Yep, okay, well, it automatically did. Hey, look who's there. Abi? That's Fairy's father and the guy who tries to kill us all the time. I forget his name. I forget both their names. This is Hassan Al-Fayed. And Vice Captain Ashlad. He's part of the church. The church has two units, basically.
Still helping the Spriggan with his work, I see. I'm glad to find you in good health, man.
But wait, what are you doing with him? Rubbing elbows with his Iscariot's top brass? Yet another unexpected arrival.
It's been some time, Arkrag Solutions. And a pleasure to see you, Master.
Yeah, and another person Bearguard trained. Essentially, there are two factions of the church, Iscariot and the Gralsritter. I don't really know how they differ very much, but they butt heads with the Gralsritter quite often. So you're here as well, Ashlad. I take it that both of you are gathering information. That's correct. I'm looking into the activities of some of our Jaegers. Definitely catching a whiff of something here. Funny, we also came to the Blacklight District to scrounge up some intel. If it's not too much trouble, you mind sharing what's been happening on your end? Very well, so long as I can ask for your insights on a matter or two in return. Now, first of all, are you aware of the recent string of disappearances among those who flocked to the Blacklight District? Nope, that's news to me. But I wouldn't think much of that in a stomping ground of drifters and wayfarers. Right, one can easily imagine those who wash up here going even further into hiding. However, this may very well be connected to the retracted missing persons reports that have left the police scratching their heads. Well, it's no wonder that the issue isn't widely known topside. After all, down here, someone can vanish into thin air one moment, only to resurface the next, before you even realize. Whatever they did while off the grid stays a great big question mark. That's just business as usual for us shady folk. Indeed, if for instance a petty gangster were to go unaccounted for, such an occurrence wouldn't raise any red flags. But be that it may, Mr. Al-Fayed is taking it upon himself to look into the activities of some of our Jaegers, as he put it. Ah, so it's happening to your guys too. Yes, at first the disappearances were mainly among gangsters and mafiosos. But in the last several days, Jaegers have been going astray as well. Astray? Astray? Joshua? The affected include not only dropouts and members of low-level corps, but even those of medium standing. As for you, Ashlad, I presume your activities here are on the church's recent initiative. Correct. Well, there is a little I am liberty to disclose. The need has arisen to ascertain the flow of people, including that of those in the underworld. Prior to your arrival, Hassan and I were exchanging information about the unnatural behaviors observed within the Jaeger Corps. Additionally, we were hoping to pinpoint and question the leading light of the Blacklight District, but alas. Sorry, but there's only so much I can divulge on the subject. There's a tacit understanding among those living here, but Arkwright could tell you that much. Tacit understanding? As in an unspoken rule? So the Blacklight District actually has some kind of honor code. Who would have thought? What exactly does leading light of the Blacklight District refer to? The Blacklight District's head honcho and liaison to the outside world. A person everybody here is indebted to. Folks call him the Kingpin. But as for who they actually are or what they're like, your guess is as good as mine. Even within the guild, all I've heard is word of mouth. It's said that they played a pivotal role in the development of what would eventually grow into the Blacklight District. If you know that much, then all the easier. Even still, I can't just spill the beans on where you'll find the Kingpin. Though for what it's worth, I'm pretty sure they're clued up on what you're investigating. I gotcha. Gotta play by the books. Suppose that means all of us will just have to do our own sniffing around from here out. We too have no intention of meddling in the affairs of the Blacklight District any further. I will touch base with my Jaeger contacts once again. Please do inform me should you discover anything of note, Arkwright. As for myself, I have obtained all the information I require, and so shall be taking my leave. While you no doubt have your own feelings on the matter, Master, I must ask that you leave this to me. Is that so? Then I wish you luck in your endeavors, Ashlad. This may well bear relation to the actions of the Grossritter after all. And we can go ahead and talk to Gabriella to get a salty borscht.
Come back whenever you like.
And then, I want to be careful because I don't want to run up this direction probably too far. We'll go ahead and talk to you to get the Soul Chef dumplings, as well as the, I believe we want the gold rosary and fairy earring. I'm just double checking. We actually don't need either of them. Interesting. All we need is the Tyrant Belt and Stellar Bead Rosary, which I believe we already got. Yeah, so it's just the Tyrant Belt that we need now. I'll pick them up just in case, even though I know we don't need them. And then that's it for there.
Stop by again sometime.
Let's go ahead and run the dumplings recipe. And then let's just make it real quick. Home cooking. The Kunlun sesame balls. That sounds really good, actually. And Burgard gets to make them.
This is sure to make your mouth.
We want to be careful, but I think... how far up can I go? I think I have to go to the door. So let's just, like, slowly peek around here. There we go. Grab the Grim tokens. We're going to run the opposite direction, because obviously that's going to start a cutscene as we get closer to the arena. And then over here, we can actually just keep running back here, and we will see a river. And yet again, if we go ahead and look, there is a big catch we can get here from here, but it's going to require the dumplings. There is another place we can fish over here. Let's just see if it's any better of a chance. Nope, gotta have deluxe dumplings either way. So, especially because it's deluxe, we'll go ahead and make our save. And let's fish. Get the new fish, shall we? There we go. Second try, got our A rank Rock Eater. Now, what's interesting is the Rock Eater, notoriously, in all of the Trails games I've played, has been like one of the hardest ones for me to get. But we got really lucky this time. Now, we'll go ahead and head up here. We can talk to this shop owner. Get a golden stout and a spicy salami.
Come again.
And then we'll actually head back here where we can find some more shards. And then we can go just all the way around here. There's nothing between us and this shard. There is still one more shard here. This place has a little bit more because I think it is technically the biggest. Right here we can talk to her to get the Blues Tonic. And then we'll actually head down back this way. And back here we can get the adult shop. We can talk to the Mistress here, grab the Viper Bite Emperor and the Queen Bee Belt. And that's it for this area. Then we'll go ahead and head up, because you can kind of see there is a chest up there for us. But we want to be careful as we're coming up here, because again, we don't want to trigger this cutscene just yet. And right over here is a chest we can do. It's one of the locked ones, so we'll go ahead and do this real quick. These always give bonus SP when you get... Oh, this one's Mare. Look at that, we get a hack it with Mare. That's fun. Alright, let's go ahead and just go around here. Just keep an eye out in case there are any enemies around. Let's hope our controller doesn't disconnect as we're going through this, because that'd be very unfortunate. Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? I'm going to try. Yes, I can. And there's our checkpoint. Basically, if you get caught, you'll just reappear there. Down, right, X, Y. Oh, down, right. Oh my gosh, I need to turn high-speed mode off. Left, down, right, up, down, Y. There we go. I should never have high-speed mode on when I'm doing a hack. And there we go. Hacking complete. It only is at 1 point, like a 1x increase, but still, it makes it a little bit quicker. Makes perfect evades easier to perform in field battles. We got additional SP. And now, there's only 2 more things we can grab. You can see right here are the shards. And right here is the thing to investigate for the Grim Portal. And now, we'll just go ahead and eat all of our food. We'll go... Where is it? Right here. Let's just finish eating the rest of these. I think we'll hit level 12. Don't think we're quite going to get to 13, though. But, nope. Just got all those done. So now, we'll just go ahead and finish up this district here. So, we'll go ahead and run over here to view this event. I think it is just... Oh, no, it was the doctor. Okay. This is a back alley doctor. I didn't know it was going to let us actually go in here, though. Hello, Dr. Isabella? Or Isabel?
Seems like I could make some good cash.
I don't know if she's ever been voiced. That's interesting.
Exactly what's going on.
What's up, Isabel? Something on your mind?
Ah, Arkride. A little birdie by the name of Bermati mentioned you'd be coming. Sounds like you and the delivery woman, or astronaut rather, finally met face to face.
And word travels fast. Maybe a little too fast in this case. What can I say? Bermati's an old classmate from my med school days. We keep in close touch. Ah, if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Bermati also graduated from Remiferia Medical College, yes? That's right, although he pursued a degree in pharmaceuticals rather than following the pre-med track. Ah, son of a gun. Must have figured we'd find our way over here eventually. Well, anyway, I take it we're not the only ones thinking something's off with the Blacklight District? You'd be right, though I should preface that my perspective's limited to what's in my purview. Over the past few days, there's been an uptick in the number of arena contestants showing up late for fights. Their excuses for all these unpunctual arrivals are never clear, and it's been causing a lot of, shall we say, disputes. Though you won't hear me complaining about it, mind. Street brawls and scores of injuries are how I rake in the dough. That being said, the fact that this is getting to be a trend is worthy of concern. I've tried probing the causes for their tardiness out of them during treatment, but their answers always wander off the mark. That has been a frequent occurrence, and there is sure to be a reason behind it all. Has anyone been investigating the matter apart from yourself, madam? The arena management, yeah, but they haven't turned up anything yet. Other than them, I can think of one obvious likelihood. The Kingpin, you mean? There's that name again. So you're familiar with them, eh, Arkride? Huh, why am I not surprised? I also wouldn't be shocked if they were looking into this as we speak. Just to clarify, I've never actually met the Kingpin in person. But I wouldn't mind having a chat with him, if only to do a little info swap. Mind hooking us up? Oh, come on now. You know better than that. I can't just tell you who the Kingpin is or where to find them all willy-nilly. Not without breaking the Blacklight District's code of honor, anyway. Damn it, I figured it wouldn't be that easy. Oh well, you gave us some good stuff to chew on, so thanks for the help. Think nothing of it. I'll more than likely be needing your help in the future, so you can consider this a small act of charity. Of course, cough up enough Mira, and I'd be perfectly happy to loosen my lips a little more. Hey, Doc, so about that injury from the other day. Well, we'll let you get back to work. See you later. Alright, we now have a clear picture of what to do from here. Yeah, and that's finding this Blacklight District Kingpin people keep bringing up. Wherever they are, there's a good chance they're onto something about all this. Still, it seems arranging a meeting with them will prove difficult. Difficult, but not impossible. The only taboo here is on giving away the Kingpin's identity without their say-so. But if the Kingpin themselves decides to meet us, of their own volition, that sidesteps the issue. Indeed. Fulfilling their role as this district's head would be an impossible feat, were they unwilling to reveal so much as their face. As such, I would surmise they've yet to decide their course, whether to step out from the shadows or linger within. Couldn't have put it better myself. So here's the play. We're going to keep hitting up folks connected to the Kingpin so that the big cheese themselves catches on to us. Keep at it enough, and they should eventually show up, or at least send some kind of sign. Indeed, they must possess some degree of flexibility, otherwise serving as a liaison for the surface world would be rather trying. In that case, perhaps our first order of business should be finding someone with close enough ties to the Kingpin. Yeah, poking and prodding at a confidant of theirs is bound to get a reaction somehow. Okay, back to asking around then. But now, we have a topic we can use, and we can talk to the doctor. She has some tablets, but we're not going to be using those.
You'll be fine.
Go ahead and exit out here. And then we're going to go talk to Lindsay, who I believe is just this lady right here. Yes, it is. We'll use the topic on her.
Pardon me.
Oh, you're looking for someone who's close to the Kingpin. Why ask me, though? Just following a little hunch, that's all. You're always landing face first into trouble, and you keep relying on the Kingpin to bail you out. Wow, way to hit me where it hurts, Van. And for the record, I'm not always getting into trouble. I'll have you know, I can count the number of times I've needed the Kingpin's help on one hand. Heck, there are like so many people who are way more in the hole with them favor-wise than me. Can we take that to mean you are knowledgeable about such individuals? Look at you, eyes peeled on the neighborhood's affairs like a regular fly on the wall. Hey, don't make me sound like some two-bit gossip, you meanie. When it comes to messy drama in the Blacklight District, truth is stranger than fiction. How could I not tune in? But between you and me, I mostly do it in hopes of scoring out on an absolute snack of a man I can sink my teeth into. Keep your weirdo kinks to yourself. Snack of a man, is she one of those cannibals? Never change, Danger. To be honest, I doubt I'll ever understand having tastes that are so, let's just call them unique. Anyway, you might be just the in-the-know person who can help us. Is there anyone around here who's especially tight with the Kingpin? Fine, I'll be a good girl and do you this solid, Van, even if you're being a big giant bully. So you want somebody who's so deep in the Kingpin's debt that they're basically tied to their apron strings. Out of everybody I know, the one who fits that bill the most would be that old lady Magisa. Magisa, if I recall correctly, that's the name of the culprit in a case I handled together with Swin and Nadia. She was selling fake T-phones back then, but peddling counterfeit brand-name goods and forged art has been her trade for a long time now. The guild has her on their watch list for that very reason. That's funny. She is an old side quest character. She comes from all the way back from the 4th game. She essentially is known for being a counterfeiter. Judging by her age, I would wager she'd been in the Kingpin's care since the early days of what is now the Blacklight District. Yeah, she's a real handful, even for the Kingpin, but the two of them go way, way back. They're basically lifelong frenemies, you could say. Apparently the Kingpin looked out for her when they were young, and the rest is history. Though Magisa seems under the impression that if it weren't for the Kingpin, she'd have more free reign to do as she wants. I've heard about her bootlegging debacles, but her being so close knit with the Kingpin isn't what I saw coming. Fun fact, the Kingpin got a lot of use out of Magisa's supersonic legs back in the day. That might have made her enough of an asset to earn some leniency. Ah yes, I remember her running at speeds which defied logic for someone her age. One would imagine she was even faster in her prime. No doubt she's exploited that talent many times over the years. At any rate, putting a name to even one person in the Kingpin's innermost circle is a big step forward. Maybe we can tackle her from a different angle compared to the rest. I'm glad I was able to help, Van. In return, you can just let me test stab you, and we'll be square. Oh, or I could settle for that hunky silver fox of a... Okay, we got the info we need. Time to bounce. Wait, I was only kidding, I swear. Yeah, okay. Then we're gonna go all the way back over to the mistress we saw. So we'll go ahead and run up here, over to the left, and I believe use the exact same topic on her. I probably won't be able to say half of the stuff they talk about here, but we'll see. We'll see if YouTube gets mad at me. Oh, you want to know more about the Kingpin, huh? That's quite bold, coming right out and asking about them out of the blue. Just thought you might have some juicy tidbits to share is all. Though even if you don't, I figured it's only right to come say hi anyway, while I'm in the neighborhood. Still, hard to imagine you and the Kingpin don't have some kind of history, what with you running the local nightlife scene and all. There's no denying that, but keep in mind, I owe her a great debt. So there isn't much I can let slip. You'll have to connect most of the dots yourself. It's a she. That works for me. Any info's better than nothing. Wait, you said her. So the Kingpin's actually more like a queen pin, huh? Now, first of all, running into the Kingpin is never a guarantee, even if you comb the entirety of the Blacklight District. That's because she spends most days topside carrying out her regular everyday life. Unless there's something big going on, she isn't going to come down here. I suppose that makes sense with her both serving as a liaison and trying to keep her identity close to the vest. Incidentally, we heard she played a key role in the founding of this underground space. As I recall, the Blacklight District was once a mere plot of land, abandoned during urban development several decades ago. If she had a hand in this establishment, one could surmise she plied her trade as a realtor or property manager. Wow, you've sure done your homework. She was once what you might call a land shark, prowling the waters of Edith and leaving her mark every which way, for better or worse. That's how she was able to intervene and gain the influence she now holds in this dark little crevice the city planners left behind by the wayside. Whoa, she sounds pretty formidable. I'll say, must have been one hell of a land grabber. Makes me wonder if she has ties to Hieway. I'd be curious to know what she does exactly in the outside world myself. The Kingpin used to be a land shark up top. It couldn't be, could it? Okay, I think I get where the Kingpin stands in the food chain now. Which brings me to my next question. You said she wouldn't come underground unless there's something big going on. Wouldn't the current situation fall into that category? I'm sure you already know this, but there have been a lot of people going missing in the Blacklight District lately. From what I hear, the whole mess might have spurred the Kingpin into action. Well, I guess there's a good chance she's already made her way down here. As for where she is right this second, though, I haven't the faintest clue, sorry to say. Nothing to apologize for. Knowing we're not wasting our time investigating this place is enough. By the way, I don't suppose you know how we can set up a meeting with the Kingpin, do you? Well, it's safe to assume she already knows about you all. I'm sure you've gathered this from how the Blacklight District is run, but she's a caring person at heart. You could try showing that she stands to gain by meeting with you directly, maybe say through a long-standing acquaintance of hers. In that case, the old lady Lindsay told us about might be our best bet. Thanks for the tip. I'll be sure to pay you back sometime. Oh, don't worry about that. We're both friends of Dingo, so consider this a freebie. If you need anything else from me, don't hesitate to ask. Thank God I could say everything there. Our efforts are beginning to bear fruit, it seems. From all we've heard, the individual closest to the Kingpin appears to be the unrelenting counterfeit dealer, Magisa. With her, we can cast a line and force the Kingpin out from the shadows. Yep, all we gotta do now is find her and bait the hook on the double. So we'll go ahead and go meet with Magisa, this time not as a enemy. Hello Magisa, we'll go ahead and use meeting the Kingpin in person.
Pardon me.
You want to meet the Kingpin? Why ask me? What do you think, we're close or something? Sorry to say, but I hardly know him. This isn't one of your counterfeit deals, Magisa. You're not fooling anybody. We're well aware that you've been acquainted with the Kingpin longer than anyone else in the Blacklight District. The way I hear it, the Kingpin has been covering your ass since before the Blacklight District was even a thing. Considering how deep your relationship runs, you can get her to throw us a bone, can't you? Beg and plead all you like, I have no earthly idea what you're talking about. After all, I haven't done a thing to inconvenience the Kingpin. There's not a single skeleton in this closet. She's not going down without a fight, is she? Might as well take a gamble in that case. I'll admit, you're more loyal than I gave you credit for. Could it be that deep down you secretly resent the Kingpin for clipping your wings and putting you in a cage? Actually, crib might be a better word. The way she'll still call a grown-ass woman like you some good-for-nothing girl. They say venting is good for the soul. If you need to air your grievances about the Kingpin, we're here to lend you an ear. How do you know all that? Who told you? When? Where? Only had a vague inkling about this Kingpin, but a reaction just about confirms it. Huh. Thanks for giving the game away. Damn brat, you better not be thinking of blabbing that around, you hear? Wait, does Van? Don't tell me you figured out the Kingpin's identity. I get it. It's all starting to make sense now. Yeah, I happen to remember her talking to another old woman we know, and looking real in the hole, favor-wise at that. So what'll it be, lady? Gonna hook us up with the Kingpin or nah? Huh, what you're trying to do, blackmail me? Hey now, no need to make it sound so unflattering. We're fixers here, not breakers. Might even be able to help you out, circumstances permitting. But if you refuse to play ball, I can always name drop you to my chief suspect and get her take. Yeah, fine, I'll call her over all right. Chances are the Kingpin has already heard that you're all been snooping around here anyway.
You got that right. I've got the ears of a bat, after all. I knew it'd come to this someday.
So she was listening in. I think I left the refrigerator running at home. Goodbye. Hey, really? You're pulling that line? Let her go. Don't gotta worry about the small fry with the big fish in the pond. Wait, you?
I gotta say, feels awfully strange having the Spriggan and his crew seek me out by my underworld title.
I had to roll the dice a couple times, but it looks like my bet's paid off in spades. How's it going, Gin? Or should I be calling you Gin the Kingpin down here? What? Was that nice old tobacco seller lady all along? So yeah, that is, if you remember, right outside Montmartre, the place we all live, there's that little shop literally just across the street. I believe this is her, the one who runs that little shop. It's the very first shop we went to when we started this game. That is crazy. I'd suspected there was more to you than meets the eye, madam. Personally, I can't say I ever would have expected this. Speak for yourself. You actually found the answer all on your own. Feel free to call me whatever you want. But time is money, so if there's something you want to discuss, make it fast. I've got 2 lives I'm running here. We can actually go pay a visit to her next time we're in Old Town. Okay, I knew you owned a decent amount of property, but I had no idea you were such an active player in the land speculation game half a century back. Yes, that was a long time ago. When the underground developments I had a hand in were abandoned, those with no place to belong began to roost here. As one of the reasons this place even existed, I felt some measure of responsibility for those down and outs. So I decided to look after them, and before I knew it, they all started calling me the Kingpin. Wow, that's quite the history. Like a hawk watching over its nestlings from the shadow of the shadows. I'm beginning to understand why you command such respect among the locals, despite being shrouded in mystery. I keep telling them what I'm doing isn't worth praising to the skies over, but I might as well be talking to the air. Anyway, I hear you're looking into the recent string of disappearances down here. We are, yes, and would we be correct in assuming you have also taken the onus of investigating the matter? Yeah, though I've only a rough idea of what's going on. On a related note, I've got a question for you. Do you all know about the condemned sector of the Blacklight District? Yeah, we've poked our noses around there a few times. Would have been one of the first places searched when folks here started going missing, though, no? That's not what I'm getting at. I was asking because there's another uninhabited block just like it. The Blacklight District has a history of mutability, with it changing sites several times up to now. The condemned Sector 2 once bustled with activity, only to be consigned to oblivion as a forgotten subterrane, like so many others. And the ones you referred to holds the lingering traces of those who vanished. That's what you mean to imply, yes? Exactly, but there's a single hitch about it that still nags at me. None today will tread near the area with hardly any current residents even cognizant of it. And yet, signs suggest that people have been gathering there. It was called the Culvert, by the way, once upon a time. The Culvert, meaning an underground watercourse? As far as I understand, the Guild isn't aware of such a place. But perhaps Zin and Hazel have knowledge of its existence. Well, it's the first I'm hearing of it myself. But back on topic, if the missing persons are coming in and out of somewhere that's off everyone's radar, it's no wonder this case hasn't been cracked yet. Normally, I'd call this our problem to solve, but at this point, I'm not able to slap away a helping hand or two. So if you're offering them, then that's that. I'll teach you how to get to the culvert. It's a deserted flood control facility, about a stone's throw away from the Blacklight District. You're unlikely to get lost as long as you follow these directions I've jotted down. No one's managing it anymore, so there should be zero issues getting in. Thanks for the help, Gin, but are you sure you're okay with letting us in all of this? Like I said, the place was consigned to oblivion, not covered up in some grand conspiracy. I'm not fussed about it one way or another. Well, we done here? Good, then get to it already. I've got a kiosk to run, but I'm sticking around here till you're done, so hurry up and solve this case, will ya? Weird to admit, even though I kind of saw this coming, I'm still at a loss. Yeah, she always did give off an air of being more than just your average old lady to me, but still. Who would have thought that the Kingpin of the Blacklight District was right across the street from us all this time? I could tell there was something up with that crone for a while now. In any case, I believe our next destination is decided. The culvert. Another one of those abandoned zones. Odds are that's where those missing people went. According to Gin's instructions, we can reach it via a fork in the road to the condemned sector. Yes, just past that shutter. I hadn't even realized it was connected to an entire drainage system. Seriously, it's like a labyrinth over there. Well, at least part of the way is already familiar. Shouldn't have to worry about getting too lost. We've got directions to guide us too, so let's head out as soon as we're ready. So, it's time to head to a new part of the condemned sector. The condemned sector is the, dungeon down here in the underground district. We clearly won't be going to it this game, I'm assuming, because we're going to a different section of it. But it should just be right past here, so let's go ahead and head on in. Once again, you will be unable, I think, to revisit the Blacklight District, so if you haven't got everything, make sure to do so now. But, well, actually, because of that, I'll check my map. Nope, that's everything. So let's go ahead and interact with the shutter and head to the underground culvert. Underground culvert. It's literally just a sewer. I don't know what they were trying to do here, but holy cow, has this place been underneath our feet this whole time? Not even the guild was aware of its existence. If I were to wager a guess, I'd say this derelict structure has been neglected for 20 years? Leave it to the Kingpin to know what even the Bracer Guild doesn't. I figured she at least had some connection of the shady as hell variety, but damn. Take a gander up ahead. Monsters of that ilk are scarcely seen in this day and age. Doesn't look like they're spirits, so I'm guessing they're mostly just normal monsters? More than likely, or at least that's what I'd like to believe. I'm detecting signs of people entering and leaving this place. Some of the footprints are old, while others are relatively new. Not sure if we'll find any of the missing people here, but we might as well see where those tracks lead. Considering what we went up against in the outskirts this morning, we'll need to put those new shard tactics to good use. Tamam. And let's be off. An underground culvert, there's bound to be danger waiting for us down here. Now's the time to show how much I've learned. Barry learns a new S-craft, Ishtar's Blessing, but I won't be using it. During command battles, some enemies can use bothersome debuffs that interfere with your actions. Casting the Wind Support Art Refreshing Veil removes debuffs from all allies within range. Furthermore, it applies the debuff immune state for 4 turns, so make sure to make use of it. Purchase an arts plugin at a workshop or factory, after which you can set it to your ally of your choice via the orbment menu. Well, that actually brings up a good point. I probably should go look at my character's arts here, because I'm sure we now have better ones we can use. Let's see here. We could use... No, that's still damage. That is still damage. We can give you... Someone's got to have some sort of healing, so we'll give you Tira, and we'll give you... Abyss Flame. Acid Cloud. And Icicle Hammer. Then we'll change this to Abyssal Flame, and... Icicle Hammer. There we go. And we'll go ahead and make sure we heal up just in case we weren't at full. And let's get through it. We have a new dungeon to explore ahead of us. So, go ahead and just run over here to the left. And some new enemies to be fighting as well. Ooh, these guys are pretty beefy. These remind me of the... they're like mole enemies in... I think this game has had them too, but we haven't fought them just yet. That's what these guys remind me of. Yeah, this guy's floating. Let me guess. You're going to be weak to magic. Ooh, maybe not. Maybe you're weak to... Oh, no, definitely super weak to physical damage. Never mind. Easy kill. Up here will be a chest for us. Some more new enemies. And we got the stun. We'll just go ahead and get the advantage here. There's 1 kill and 2 kills. Grab this chest for a U material. Then run over here. And you can see, I do like how they mark chests on your map, so it is kind of hard to miss. I think they're only marked because we have a, what's it called? A Sepith on them, or a quartz on that's letting us do that. I could be wrong. I probably should look at my quartz again because it has been a while since we've changed up our quartz. I've been kind of trying to wait until we get access to the next act where we'll have access to other characters, the other 3 paths. That way I can like try to optimize them a little bit better. But you can see we can't go past this yet. We need to hit a switch in order to lower that gate. So go ahead and come over here. Ow. These guys are tough. I'm assuming these are the enemies that are giving us the debuff that I was talking about. But if we go up these stairs and follow it around to fight a single enemy on the stairs. Let's just get the kill. This is fun. We get a fight on the stairs. And then up here, we can grab this chest with a break 2, as well as a switch we can pull, which will lower that gate that we just saw. And then we can go ahead and run on back. And be careful because we're not there yet, but up ahead will be a palm. I'm going to go ahead and save my game, since this palm is going to be much harder to get if you do not get it the first try, as opposed to coming back. So we'll go ahead and use this real quick, even though I probably shouldn't have. Ooh, you know what? I actually want this to die out. Because we want ZOC to recharge, so let's do... I probably shouldn't have done that, but let's go ahead and do this till we get our ZOC recharged. Perfect. Okay, now we'll hop into the fight. And this should be enough. There we go. Over here will be another chest we can grab with just some healing items. And then at the next chest is where we want to be careful, because just up ahead will be the palms. So right here we can kill these guys like normal. Go ahead and get these stun. There we go. And then little Knights of Arcadia here. Should get rid of all 3 of them. Right down here, we'll fight these guys real quick. And grab this chest. And that's a blue pendulum, and then save your game, because I don't think they've been alerted yet, but they are just up ahead. So go ahead and make sure we have our save slot. And turn off high speed mode, and let's head on up here. Activate this. Perfect. There we go. We get the stun. We get thrown into the fight. And we can just quickly kill with Elaine. Knights of Arcadia.
Boost gauge upgraded.
And perfect. If you want a detailed report about how much they give us you as well, you can just see, you're doing it for the Sepith. You're getting minimum 300 Sepith from all of those palms. So now we're going to save our game again, because this time we won't have the slowdown to help us. But we do have another set of palms literally right there. We'll go ahead and shard search.
Would you like to try a shard search?
I don't think we've aggroed them yet. I think they're down below, which is actually really nice, because that means we can charge up our ZOC real quick. Let's go ahead and we'll just brute force our way through here. Perfect. Okay. And then down here, which again, I think we can go all the way down without aggroing them. And then we're going to want to ZOC. Perfect. Get the stun. And once again, we'll just Grim Knight Rouge here. Grim Knight Rouge. And that should Get rid of the other 2 palms. Ooh, doesn't quite kill this one, but that's fine. There we go. Finished him off. We will have 1 more palm we can get, but we're going to go ahead and run forward first. So again, we'll just want to make sure we have our ZOC because it's another palm like immediately ahead again. For whatever reason, they like to throw all 3 of these palms just like right back to back here.
Come back when you're stronger.
And from here, we will see that there's a big door right here we actually can't open. So we have to go 2 different directions because there's 2 switches we got to hit. We'll head this way first, not for any reason other than the fact that the palms are this way. I want to get rid of the palms first. We get the stun. Knights of Arcadia. I don't know what this big thing is. The Hell Snail. Fun. I'm pretty sure these guys are weak to arts, actually. We'll just Vandalize Raid. Ooh, they boosted themselves. Ow, Sludge Breath. We're just gonna brute force our way through this. There we go. Okay, and then up here is a chest we can grab. And then we'll run up north, get past this single enemy here. And the next enemy we should come across are the palms. So, once again, make sure you can see them bouncing up ahead. We'll make sure we save our game. This will be the last palm in this area, so after this we don't have to worry about it. And ZOC. We get the stun. We get thrown into it. And just go ahead and use a lane. And there we go. That is all the palms here, so now we don't have to worry about it anymore. Now we can just run through it like normal. So just head through here, using our ZOC whenever we can, using our stun attacks whenever we can. Oh, I didn't know if he was stunned. I knew the fish was.
Let's be on our way.
Another one of these things. These things are annoying. We got the stun. Don't know who well, we killed whoever was stunned before we hopped into the command battle. That sucks. There we go. We'll just focus you. ZOC. ZOC is so cool. This game really gives you so many things you can use whenever you're in these field battles. And I really like that, because I think field battles were a cool addition back in Daybreak 1. And even Daybreak 2, you know, they changed a couple things. But, like, it never had been fully fleshed out. And even after we got Trails in the Sky and you had, like, the command battles, it still just didn't feel as smooth as I think it could have. And I really like that this one has been more fleshed out. With your ZOCs, your Awakenings, it really makes you feel like you get rewarded for using field battles, as opposed to back in the other 2 games. You really didn't have a reason to use field battles at all. Taking a bit of damage here. Okay. Go ahead and run over here to grab this chest. Oh, it's a hell snail. Okay, this could be a problem. We get the stun, which is nice. And then we can actually just EX chain immediately. That sucks. Let's EX chain again. Oh no, they're not stunned anymore. Shoot. Never mind. Probably should have healed with a lane there. Let's just use Knights of Arcadia real quick. There we go. Regard levels up, so learns King of the Beasts. There's a cast 2 orbment. And down here, fight some of these fish. We get the stun and the quick kill. There's one. And, ooh, this one was contaminated, but we're fine. And right here will be the last, ooh, a hell snail. Shoot, let's just do that. Let's see if we can get the stun on the hell snail. There we go, perfect. That gives us an early one of these, the X chains. And then we can Knights of Arcadia. Might be enough. No, just barely not enough. There we go, though. And with that, we can activate this lever, which opens one half of the door, or at least turns the light on. And is there an easy way down? Yes, there is. We can use this ladder now. And we'll run onto the left side. I'll make sure we got all the chests over there. Yes, we did. There's only one. And we got the chest here. Perfect. There are fishing spots here, but there aren't any new fish you can get, so we're just going to ignore them. And we'll go ahead and go up here. And there's some more chests on this side. We can get 2 more chests, and that's it. We've, at this point, fought all the enemies, so don't really need to worry about that. Knights of Arcadia.
Boost gauge.
Now,
I think it's Knights of
let's be
Arcadia,
on
but
our
isn't
way.
that an actual game? Because it's in the name of an actual game, this might... I don't think they made the same... I don't think it's the same studio made both the games. That's if there is a Knights of Arcadia game. It just sounds so familiar. Outside of just her S-break.
Enemy suppressed.
We'll keep following this. This is a much more linear path. I think even the chests are just like along this path here. Oh boy. Get my ZOC active. Perfect.
You've got a charge attack ready.
There we go. We get the stun.
At your service.
We can go ahead and hit the stunned enemy. And then Knights of Arcadia.
Engage. Boost gauge.
There we go. Grab this chest
Let's be on our
for a
way.
decoy.
That's the way, Elaine.
Head back this way, up this ladder. I did see, yeah, I see the, like, slightly red hue on that fish back there. We'll just use ZOC. Quickly get rid of these fish. Oh, well, that one's dead. Oh, never mind, it wasn't. I thought it was already, finished. Well, there we go, that'll do it.
Now let's get back to business.
And the last chest is right next to the, lever with a hell snail. Not hail snail. There we go, got the stun. And hit that. EX chain. And finish it off with a Knights of Arcadia. I know that means Elaine won't have,
That fight felt pretty
won't have her
good.
CP for this upcoming boss fight, but we get rid of them quicker. There's a Celestial Balm, and finally activate this switch. And that is everything down here. So, we'll go ahead and slide down this ladder. Check my map, make sure I got all the chests. Yes, I did. So, let's go ahead and just head on over. We'll have a save point, then a boss fight directly ahead. If it's a monster, then it's going to be a contaminated monster for sure.
Finally.
Cover HP. And honestly, do we think it's time? I think it might be time. Let's buy items. Dark Saber for Van. For Elaine. She already has that. For Bear Guard, the Pugilist's Gauntlets. And I can upgrade Judith. Let's just do it. Why not? There we go. Go ahead and approach. We're not going to buy physical equipment right now because I don't want to waste all my money. What the? People just disappear. There's no one here, but what the heck's with this pile of clothes? There's also some protective gear mixed in with the rest. Look, this one's leather, like the kind of dumbasses who think they're hot shit like to wear. You looked in the mirror lately? Just asking. The suit here's a brand that Calvard mafiosos typically wear. And this protective gear is a Yeg... Wait, no. Material quality isn't good enough to be that. It appears to be low-grade apparel from a major weapons manufacturer. It likely belongs to a small-scale armed force of some kind. Jaeger dropouts, perhaps? Gotcha. Good to... know?
Are you alright, Reset? You're looking a little pale there.
There's no need to worry. My vitals are within normal limits.
Yeah, I don't buy that for a second.
Along the way, I noticed your speed in deploying shards has dropped considerably.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
Though it's less apparent on account of your artificial body. Your breathing is irregular. Take a moment to rest your eyes and recollect yourself. That should help put you at ease.
I understand.
Hey! Get back!
What? An evil shaitan!
before, bastard! Reset! Don't!
I'm fine, really. If we split up, we can...
There's no time to argue. Look alive.
Here it comes.
Here we go. Our next boss fight. The Invisible Demon. We are going to probably just open with a... let's attack first. And then a Howling Ruin. Hopefully get rid of the two lesser enemies here. It is not quite enough, but I mean, he's so close. Let's go ahead and Grimlight Rouge. Yeah, we'll do this. Okay, gets rid of the little guy. And then we're actually going to try to spread our units out here, because this can be really bad really quickly. Ooh, good misses. Perfect. Elaine, can we use? No, not yet. Okay, we'll have you come over here then. Ow, yep, there's an AoE and there's Sword Eater. So now, we're going to go ahead and overwrite that.
Damn it.
You okay, Rosette?
No clue what this thing is, but we gotta take it down.
Agreed.
What is Klein Force?
To attack it with everything we have.
All that is just to remove the buff that he had. Man, this is going to be a little bit of a difficult fight here. Vandalize Raid. We need to get that break. The quicker we get the break, the sooner we can finish this enemy off. I think Elaine next turn can give her buff to everybody. Let's go ahead and use Resonant Glow. Okay, we're fine. We're so boosted, it's insane. Klein Force. And I missed, of course I did. Going to increase my physical attack for so long, man. From that Rouge. Okay, let's go ahead and S boost here. What? Well, I'm not gonna ZOC if I can't move, which I cannot currently. That sucks. Vandalize the Raid. He's got insight. I always hate when the enemy gets insight here. Okay, he didn't dodge that one. He's almost defeated, or he's almost stunned rather, which, I mean, pretty much almost defeated if he's almost stunned. You can see the horror status that Burgard has, I believe, doesn't let him use his S-Craft, which is a little unfortunate. Let's give a breath over to that group of boys over there. I can't even attack. Holy, this side is hurt. I don't think I can do anything, but we'll try that. Nope, can't move. Okay, now we Howling Ruin, Universe Impact. Is that enough? Yes, that's the stun. Perfect. This is EX Chain. Even better. We get another EX Chain here. Let's go ahead and Klein Force with my EX Chain. Okay, huge damage. EX Chain again. We're just gonna spam EX Chains here. Okay, well, he's no longer stunned. That's what I was going to go till. Van still can't do anything, so I guess it is just Desert Edge. So we can do something from afar. Okay, Sword Eater means we Klein Force. And then from that Rouge. Normal attack. We got to build that S boost back up here. Oh, we didn't have to full kill? Huh. Interesting.
What is this thing's deal? Ugh! Come on, everyone. We just gotta keep up the pressure.
Right. If we act in unison, we can...
No.
Shit!
I think not!
silence, Gui.
What is she doing here?
It's you.
Rish, I mean, Yin?
The hell are you doing here?
It seems to have disappeared.
That looks to be the case, but we can ill afford to drop our guard just yet.
Reset! Are you okay?
Yes, I'm all right. Thank you for earlier, Miss Alfayed.
Of course. But what was that just now?
Damn it. I do not like the idea of owing you one.
You needn't worry. I acted not out of a desire to extract you from the jaws of death, but only to drive my fist into my enemy. That is all.
Well, I, for one, am relieved you're all safe from harm.
Risha Mao. What is she doing in this game? I know she was at the very end of the last game, and she made a slight appearance in Daybreak 1.
District once we've gathered what was left behind.
Should you still feel indebted to me, you are welcome to repay me with information.
That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, I guess she has technically made an appearance in both Daybreak games, but it's so minimal. Like, she literally just shows up and then doesn't really do much. That is crazy. Afterward, Vane and the company retrieved some of the discarded belongings, and they returned to the Blacklight District to consult with its Kingpin.
Oh, sakes alive. No sooner did I get an extra visit from those Heihei folks than things went down the drain. To think the culvert had come to such a state.
Should have figured it was you who pointed him our way. Good looking out. Yeah, it was a literal lifesaver. But why are you here with him of all people, Risha? Was it on Chao's orders? No, wait. He and Gao Long split off from the family.
That's correct. My current contract isn't with the Li family. As of now, I'm once again aligned with the Lu family, and working with Ashin in particular.
Oh yeah? Damn, wonder what kind of harebrained scheme she's going on.
Seems her absence has been felt by Cao. He misses having her on hand. Nevertheless, our mutual intent to serve Heiyue is a common thread binding us together. That is why we've joined hands at present. I've heard tell of the legendary Shangshou's exploits, but I had not expected the one currently holding the mantle to be so impressive.
You're too kind.
Anyway, we owe you guys big time. They caught us totally off guard. If it wasn't for you, we might not all be here right now. The fault is mine alone. Forgive me, everyone. It's all good, Rosette. Don't think twice about it. Still, that creature certainly was strange with its teleportation and cloaking abilities. One has to wonder if it and that ape from the city's western outskirts share any commonalities. Oh? Did you happen upon something else disquieting? Yeah, I wasn't there for it, but they fought some kind of weird monster. For your request, I'll share with you these little tidbits to square us up. And inform the two of the disappearances they were looking into, as well as the aberrant ape that appeared in the western outskirts. I see. It definitely sounds like there's a common element in our investigations. Wait, our? Is what you're looking into related to that too? I will not deny it, though neither will I go into specifics. The monsters notwithstanding, we do have a few leads regarding the missing persons cases. It's nothing substantial, however. You could say we're only conducting a preliminary assessment at this point in time. I think I get the gist of it. If something went down in Langport, or... It seems like we're still feeling each other out on the situation. Just think about how unnatural it all is. Between the creature that showed and the stuff that was left behind, I say that there's a room to meet in the middle, don't you? I'll consider it. Not today, however. There remains other business for me to attend to. Stay at my side a while longer, Yin. I have a message I wish to pass along to Lady Ashen. Understood. I shall accompany you. It was good to see you again, Judith. Everyone, I'll be in the capital for a while longer, so until next time. You have our gratitude for your assistance as well, Miss Gin. Okay then, I'll call you later tonight if that's alright. Gin and I are birds of a feather. Our relationship is of the I scratch your back, you scratch mine sort. So as the head of the Lee family, you as well as the new head of the Liu family ought to remember this. The Black Light District is a neutral ground and doesn't side with any one faction. Trying to control it by force is a futile effort. I shall keep that in mind. You'll be seeing me again soon, Kingpin. All their beating around the bush practically screams ulterior motive. Indeed, the same can be said of my employer. As the space program propels forward, the gears of a clandestine scheme are beginning to turn. Yeah, I can definitely sense something, but I don't know what just yet. Perhaps I should spend some time consulting the Orbital, or even better, ask Gang and them for help. Whatever course we pursue, the time is nearly 5 p.m. Might I suggest a brief respite before making our way over to the 11th District? Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We're supposed to meet up with Agnes and Chardon. Right. With this Forest PG wrapped up, I don't think we need to stop by anywhere else in town. So what are your plans? You're free to come with us if you want. I'm afraid I should be getting back to the guild. Those discarded articles are bizarre by any measure, and that invisible creature most disturbing still. Zin and Hazel need to hear about it as soon as possible. If we happen to learn anything more, you'll be the first to know. Fair enough. Your bracer work comes first, after all. Let's at least stick together until we leave the Blacklight District, then. Thank you again for all your help today, Miss Gin. Well, with the locals involved, there was no way I was going to turn a blind eye. I'll head on up to Old Town by nightfall. If you need anything else, you know where to find me. Got it, Gin. Be careful on your way back. This is my turf, you uppity jackanape. Don't take me for some helpless old biddy. The Chardon District has been added. And per usual, when we head to the Chardon District, if we check it out, we can't go anywhere else besides there, but it will, of course, wrap things up for this little time period. Now, what's very interesting is Risha. I really shouldn't have to explain it, probably, but she's like an assassin of some sort for Hiyue, except for the fact that she doesn't want to be a assassin anymore, so, like, she's not really. It's a kind of confusing thing, but she was from the Crossbell arc, and she was a fan favorite from the Crossbell arc for obvious reasons. A lot of people really liked her. Yeah, I mean, honestly, she is a really fun character to play as. She's also really strong, so let's go ahead and talk to her and Gao Long real quick. I would deliver your message to the Liu family. Was there something else? Oh no, I apologize for staring. I'd heard the rumors. It's clear why you're the yin of the present day with your elegant, guarded movements. You were superb as well. Of course, I'd heard the name of the Lao family's foremost fighter. But your self-assured martial prowess more than lives up to your reputation, as does your endless hunger. But I'm afraid I will have to pass on helping you test your abilities in the arena. Huh. Saw right through me, did you? I was trying to figure out the best way to broach the topic. Oh well, this too is fate. I'll just say that I hope I get the chance someday. Don't get your hopes up too much. This battle nut is surprisingly well-mannered. Is he? I'm a little worried. Yeah, she is. Is she technically with Lloyd? I don't think she is technically with Lloyd. It's a weird thing where Lloyd has like two love interests and it's her and somebody else. But either way, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wind things down here. In the next episode, we have one last district to visit, at least in the afternoon, and that'll be the Chardon District, a district that we have technically been to before, but have never been able to actually fully explore. So, with that, I will see you guys then.